Hey now. Alright, giving it a test, just making sure that the audio works correctly. It will do an echo real quick, but that will go away shortly. You may notice a card popped up that said something about a playlist for the Watch Me Practice series, which is this is a new series that this is based on. Giving it a test, just making sure. Hey, Avi is here. How you doing, Avi? It will do an echo real quick, but that will go away. So anyway, what I was saying is there is a playlist of these now that I've created. You can get them on the main channel page and check them out from there. Although you want to watch this first since this is live. But after this is done, check out the playlist to see all of the others in the Watch Me Practice series. Let's see what we got here. Hello, students, and welcome. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Okay, JB says I got here by accident. I got homework to do. Okay, no problem, JB. I understand if you got other things going on today. If something doesn't sound right or something is amiss, please let me know in the comments. That way I can adjust accordingly. So how's everybody doing today? It is kind of cloudy here. I wish it was a little bit sunnier, but hey, what are you going to do? You can't win every single day. A little bit of allergies going on, so if I make a weird face, that's what that's about. Okay. Hi students, Tim here from Lessons on the Web, and today I am walking you through how to play pretty much like the first page or so of the Beethoven Sonata number 1 in F minor. Now, what you need to understand with F minor is that has 4 flats, B, E, A, and D. So you have to watch out for those. What I recommend you do first, say I'm reading this for the first time, I'm going to play the scale that this is based on, the natural minor scale. And they'll give me a layout of where the flats take place so I don't mess any of them up. Now, if I'm reading this for the first time, what should I keep in mind? Well, I should keep in mind that I should go slow. I should look at the time signature. It isn't cut time, but I recommend if you're reading through something the first time to play it slowly, even if it is in cut time. So you probably want to turn all the note values into double what they are. Maybe play the quarter notes as half notes and things like that to give you plenty of time to move between each note and each measure. And another thing to consider is you may want to break it up even in hands separate if you need to. Although if you're a more advanced piano player, which I assume you may be if you are practicing something like this, you want to break it up hands separate. If you're more advanced, you want to do it hands together right off the bat, but go extra slow. So here, I'm just going to play the first line and see how we do. Another thing to consider is to use proper fingering, the fingering that they give you, and you want to practice slow enough to where you can get that fingering. Being sloppy with your fingering will cause a ton of problems. Another thing I recommend while we're talking about it here is you want to look out for any symbols you don't know. So you want to make sure you're, getting the sforzandos in there. The piano, I assume you know what piano means, to play softly and things like that. Try to incorporate those as early as you can into the music. Now, if you're a beginner, you probably just want to concentrate on the notes for a few days even, and then add in the little details later. But as you progress, you want to add in as many of those little details as possible. Okay, I have a question here from Miko. I'll call you. Hey, can I ask you a question? I started playing on the piano 3 days ago, and should I get a teacher? What do you think? Well, it depends on what your goals are. If you want to get pretty far in piano playing and you can afford a teacher and find a teacher, then yeah, I recommend you get one. I think that would be a good idea. If you kind of want to see how you're going to do with it at first, then you might want to watch some YouTube videos and practice around on your own first. Or if you don't have access to a teacher, that's another great alternative as well. So it depends on what your goals are and what you have access to. If you have access to a teacher and you have the funds, go for it, I say. That's what I say. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm going to play it again. I played it slow enough. I feel like it was under control. If that happens, I can speed it up just a little bit. That went pretty well, so I think I can speed it up again one more time. And that went okay. Now, what would happen if I started playing it and it was like, it really fell apart on me? What would happen? Well, I'd have to slow it back down or try it at the same tempo again, but if that doesn't work, then you need to slow it back down. The number one mistake, if you are a regular attendee of my live streams, you know this. Number one mistake students make when playing piano is that they try to play too fast, and they keep practicing it too fast, and that creates a lot of sloppiness and a lot of mistakes. Let's move on to line number 2 now that I got line 1 out of the way. Let's see here. Again, I'm going to tackle it a little slow. Let me get this into... I apologize if it's not all in focus here or all on the screen, but I do my best. All right, so here, this is the second line. Now, I made some mistakes there, so what am I going to do? Continue and ignore them? No, I'm going to go back to the second measure where I made the mistake. Just like that. Okay, and then I played the rest of it. So it seemed like I worked that out. So I'm going to try it again. I keep missing that one, so I'm going to go over that measure one more time. And I keep missing that D flat. Let me try again. And that worked out fine, so now I can continue with the rest of the line. And that went just fine, so I'm going to try the whole line again, probably at the same speed just to make sure I get that D flat in the second measure there in that second chord. And there we go, not too bad. I got it there. And there, the second line is sounding pretty good. Maybe I'll try the first 2 lines, see if I can move and transition from the first line I was working on into the second, see how that works out. So here we go. I messed that chord up a little bit. I got the D flat this time, but I accidentally hit an F there. So let me try the end of the first line into the second line. And then there is a fermato on that rest, so I'll wait there. I think I was coming off that E flat a little too early, so let me try that again. And there we go. Let me try the next line down. Tim, you there? Knock, knock. I think you are late. Wait, late for what? What am I late for, Avi? All right, so Kurt says, question on how long you have been studying playing piano. How long does one study to become a good pianist? Many years. I've been playing for like over 22 years. So, and then I went to music school for 4 years, like just music school. But I've been practicing and studying this whole time, so it takes a long time to learn piano for sure. Avi, I'm not sure what I'm late for, but enlighten me on that. All right, let's try line number 3. Okay, so line number 3, I'm going to try, and I'm going to go slow because it's a new line. That didn't go too bad, but I didn't feel super comfortable with it, so I'm going to play it again at the same speed, just that line. Oh, and then I started going to the other line. That's one thing you don't want to do, is you want to focus in on the area you're working on, and don't get distracted and start playing through the whole song then, because that starts to build bad practice habits, because what you'll do is play the parts, you'll actually just kind of make it sloppy, because you won't be working on, the part you're supposed to be focusing. So that's another tip I have for you, is to focus. So here we go. We're going to do this third line again. Maybe a little faster. I feel like that one okay. And there we go. Okay, so because that went well, I'm going to try it again a little faster. There we go, not bad. One more time. And there we go, it went well. Now I do understand that, especially if you're a beginner, this will take you much longer than it has taken me to learn this. So basically, when you want to get out of these, even if I'm practicing something way beyond your level and you're like, how am I ever going to keep up with this? Well, you can apply these things even to simpler songs. So just to kind of run through what we've been talking about so far, obviously when you start a song, you want to start at the beginning, but you don't want to just play through the whole song right away. You want to actually focus in. I do it line by line. You may have to do it measure by measure if it's too difficult. But I do it line by line, and I play that line over and over again until I feel like I can play it smoothly. And then each time I can play it smoothly, I play it again just a little faster. Not fast right away, because then it'll fall apart on you. And if something is falling apart on me, I slow it back down. So take these few principles and apply it to any song that you are learning. So that's what you can get out of this, even if you are looking at it and you're like, there's no way I could ever play a song like that. Or at least not yet. Okay, let's take a look here. All right. Let's see, where are we at? For Miko, if you're looking for a great resource online for notes and things like that, other than my YouTube channel, Lessons on the Web, I recommend musictheory.net. And if you want to practice like note reading or anything like that, there's a lot of practice things you can do over there. So musictheory.net. You can either type it in your search engine, or if you type it in on top, it should take you right there, and then you can select which lesson or practice thing you want to work on. Okay, so here we go. Let me see what line we're on now. So we're going to do this, I think it's the fourth line. And what am I going to do since I'm playing it for the first time? Am I going to play it really fast? No, I'm going to play it slowly. I made a few mistakes there. I accidentally hit one of the notes with my right hand. I should have with the left hand. So I'm going to start from the end of the second measure. That's where I started to mess up. And that went a little better, so I think I can speed it up now. And that went pretty well. Let me try it again a little bit faster. Let's try that beginning there. I messed up a little bit. And that went pretty well. So I'm just going to move on to the next line. see how we do. It looks like I have it up there on the screen already. All right, and now since it's a new line, I'm going to play it slow. Remember, slow it back down. Oops. Now let me check to see what note that is. G, B, D, F. There you go. So it's F flat. If there's any notes you have questions about that are way up in the ledger lines, double check to figure out what they are. Do not just guess, because you might be wrong. Let me try this line again. And I did okay. I made a few mistakes, so I'm going to play the line at the same tempo again. One more time. Let me try from the area I messed up at instead of the beginning of the line. This line is considerably harder than the other, so I'm going to spend a little bit more time on it. Play it again. Start from that measure again. I did okay. Let me try it again. Messed it up, so now I need to slow it back down. Oh, I missed that A flat. And there you go. All right, here we go. And then from the same area, I'm going to start in the middle of the line here because I keep messing this up. I'm going to slow it back down. So once again. So I'm doing a bit better now. Let me try it again, back to the speed of trying it out before. And hey, take a look at that. So it took a little extra work. I really had to focus in on those lines in the areas I was doing. I started to speed it up, and notice how the mistakes started to bubble in there. More and more mistakes. So what I did is I went and did slow, and I actually really worked on the areas I was having trouble with. So take that away from this lesson when you practice something. Do it the same way I did. Okay, so last line for today. Thank you very much, Math Guy. Oh, wait, hello, anyone? Somebody help me. It says waiting. Uh-oh. I'm here. Hey, here it comes. All right, good, good. Okay, glad to have you with us again, Math Guy. Dre, very welcome to our live stream. Avi's back. Had a little bit of trouble, but now she's back with us. I had no idea what you're talking about at first, Avi, but now I understand you're having trouble with the stream. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do this last line right here. And what am I going to do? It's a new line. Am I going to play it just as fast as the other lines? No, do not do that. I'm going to slow it down. Okay, I did have that right. Try that again. So there's 3 notes up there. I kind of did some guesswork, but they don't sound right to me. So what am I going to do? Ignore it and continue? No, I'm going to work it out and double check. Yep, there you go. Oops. That worked out okay. So I'm going to play it at the same speed again, just to make sure I'm not making any mistakes. So I made some mistakes there. I'm not going to ignore them. I'm going to start right from where I started to make the mistake. Didn't go so well. So what do I need to do? Think about it. What did we talk about earlier? I need to start from the area I made the mistake. I did that already, but it's still falling apart. I'm going to slow it down. And now, by slowing it down, I understand where the mistake is happening. I'm not hitting the D flat at the end of the measure here. So let me try it again. Hey, I cleaned it up. And what did I do? I slowed it down. Now I'm going to try it a little faster. Did pretty good considering I was talking through it. I'm just going to keep playing that over and over again because I have a feeling that's going to give me some trouble the whole way. Oops. I'm going to add in the sforzandos there. Hey, it's working out pretty good. See how I did that? All right, here we go. I'm going to try the whole line now. Did I get that right? Yeah. Okay, I did have that right. It just sounded a little strange there. Hey, did you notice something? That area at the end that I had trouble with, that was the best part. I felt like I played that the best. So this method really works of slowing it down and breaking it down into the areas you're having trouble with. Do not ignore mistakes, and do not play faster if you're making mistakes. All right, let's try it one more time. I think it's going pretty well now. Oh, I messed that one. Okay. Okay, let me try again. And again, that part I had struggled with before is now the best part because I took the work and focus to get that right. Let me try it again. Let me see if I can do it. Oops. And then once again, I messed up right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus in on that measure and just play it over and over. And what that does, playing it over and over, that gets you used to playing the pattern. It gets that pattern ingrained in your mind. Now let me see if I can do it now. Hope I could play it. And there, I pretty much have it cleaned up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through the whole first page. You won't really be able to see it very well since I'm doing this really so I can read through it. But once you have practiced through a bunch of the sections, you want to try to play them all together. Because what happens with a lot of students is they'll practice a section and they'll get it right, but then they have trouble moving between sections. And actually, that's a lesson all on its own on how to tackle that problem, which is coming out this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to check it out. We'll be live again if you want to check us out then. Let me read through a couple of comments here. Avi's back. Falling apart watching you try it. Are you practicing your voice? Very helpful to me. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Stellarium is back again today. Welcome to the live stream. Caroline, very nice. I am practicing too. Monica says, hello, everyone. Greetings from Japan. It's midnight here, but I'm excited to be able to watch this live. I'm excited to have you here with us. Avi, I think it's a little hypnotic. Hypotonic, not hypnotic. All right, so I'm going to try it one more time, or the whole thing now. Let me try again. Oops. It's actually really hard for me to read this because it's like really far away from me. Oops. And again, that part I spend the most time on went really, really well. You may have noticed that a couple of the mistakes we went over popped up again while I did the full run through. That is very, 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 very normal. A lot of times what it'll take is a few days of practice going through this the way we did, and those mistakes will begin to iron themselves out. But like I said, you always want to practice them section by section, but then you want to work on being able to play from one section to the other, because that makes sense, right? You're playing the entire song eventually, whether you're performing it or playing it for yourself. So you really need to be able to play from, line 1 all the way to the bottom of the page, and then actually onto the next page. I recommend that if you play a longer piece like this, that's like 1,000,000 pages long, you want to print it out and lay the pages across, because what will happen is each time, this happens to me all the time when I'm practicing with the tablet. Tablet's really convenient. You have all your music in one thing. The downside to it, though, is that getting to the bottom of a page, I have to actually flick my finger up, and that creates a break in the sound and a break in my mind. So what will happen is if I ever have to perform this, I'll always have that break in my mind, and I might actually put a pause there. That's not supposed to be there. So transitioning from page to page is also great as well. All right, let's see here. Dre says, yes, do a video on transitioning. I will do that. Monica says, thank you for helping us with your piano lessons. I hope I can play one day. However, I know I'll never be able to do that. Remember, I have very small hands. Well, that's okay. Never say never. And one of the things I said in the beginning you may have missed, because I think that was in the very beginning, you may be looking at this and me practicing this and thinking like, wow, I can't do that. Why would I watch this? What can I get out of this? Well, just take the methodology I gave you, whether your hands are big enough for the piece or not. Pick a piece that you can handle with your hand span. My hand span really isn't that large. There's a couple of, I could probably make a video on that, on how to deal with having smaller hands playing the piano and some things you can do to kind of overcome that. There hasn't been a piece of music where I absolutely can't play it. There are pieces of music where I have to make adjustments to do it. But anyway, the point behind all this is that take the methodology on how we did this and apply it to the songs you're learning. So whether you're learning Itsy Bitsy Spider or Happy Birthday, or whatever you may be learning as a beginner, Jingle Bells, you want to do this the same way. You want to break it up into sections. You don't want to move on from the section if you're making mistakes. Ignoring mistakes is a huge thing. You don't want to play too fast, but you do want to gradually increase the tempo if you feel like you're able to handle it. And then you want to go back and fit all the sections together, which is another kind of process in itself. So take that and apply it to whatever you are learning there. And you're welcome, everybody. Avi says, awesome. Okay, so I think at least the main part of the lesson where I walk you through what we're practicing today. I really wanted to do just the first page because if I did the whole thing, it would actually be a video that's days and days long. What's coming up with the channel? Let me tell you, give you some announcements. On Friday, we have a really good lesson. It's basically how to play two-handed piano pieces easier. I'm going to give you a technique. It's kind of related to the technique we did today, but I'm going to drill down into it and really give you the process behind it and how to make it, an everyday practice thing that you do so you get the best results out of it. And there's also a little bit more detail that I'm going to give you on that. One other thing I want to tell you about is if you're ever attending the live stream and you want to help support the channel, because sometimes the ad revenue is all over the place with YouTube, and making money is an important part of keeping the channel alive, because if I don't, I have to do other things and I won't be able to make videos online. But it's totally up to you. I want to tell you that it's a new feature to live streams. If you go below the chat, there's like a little $sign. That's called a super chat. And what you can do is you can donate anywhere between $1 and I think you can donate pretty much as you want. It's totally optional. I'm still going to put out free content, but I just want to tell you about it. And basically what you do is you put in that amount, you put in a message with it, and it'll pin your message to the top. And I will make a big deal about it as well, give you a shout out and things like that for helping help out the channel. Because that's really what a lot of the resources go back into is, first of all, it affords me the time to spend on the channel, and then I can put it towards other things that I feel like would help grow the channel. But I just want to tell you about that. And then our meeting on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You want to look up what time that is for you. I understand some of you making it to the live stream right now because you live across the world can't really attend the Friday live stream, but that's totally okay because the recording will be posted up fairly shortly once I am able to, put it together. Okay, Dre says, there's so much to get out of a video of advanced practice. I agree. Make a lesson for people like me, small hands. Yeah, I think that would make a really good lesson. Because my hands aren't huge either. And like I said, there are some tips on how to get around that. All right, any questions before we adjourn today? Like I said, we're meeting again on Friday. Not sure if I'll have a live stream tomorrow or not. Probably not likely unless I just kind of feel like it. But I generally spend, I can't do a live stream every day because I need to prepare for the upcoming live streams and the topics we're talking about. That's probably the most important part of the channel and where a lot of the work should go is kind of listening to you, the students, and kind of saying, okay, well, this is what they want. They want a video on small hands. There's probably other students that's looking for that as well. So, and then I kind of write up an outline and things like that. So I spend a lot of time doing that as well. But we'll definitely have one on Friday. I'm pretty sure we're scheduled for one on this Sunday as well. So we meet Fridays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you want to join us for that. If not, like I said, the recording will be provided to you. So let me go through and, thank you very much, Dre. Dre gave us a super chat of $2. Thank you very much. Helping support the channel and helping support future live streams and pretty much everything. Avi says, wow. I agree, Avi. Let me go through here, come up with any questions you may have for me before we go. But let me thank everybody for coming out today, as I usually do. Avi was here. I'm first. Let's see. JB was here. Not very long. He had homework to do. Miko, thank you for your great questions. I think they really helped some people out. Kurt, thank you very much for your great questions. Mariola. Oh, I'm sorry, Mariola. I did not see your comment earlier on. Sorry about that. Avi was having trouble. Dre, thank you very much again for coming and for that super chat. Always helpful. Math Guy, thank you so much for attending today. Stellarium back again for another great live stream with us. Asma, watching you practice. Okay, I did see that comment. Thanks for coming with us. Caroline, thank you for coming. Monica, always welcome to come back, as everybody is. And I think I got to everybody. Jackie, super chat not supported in Singapore. Oh, man. But I'm 15 years, Avi's 15 years old, and you can't help. But that's okay. You don't have to help. Like I said, it's totally, if you're able to give and you want to, I just want to let you know about it. If you're not able to, that's totally fine with me. Actually, just attending the live streams and watching the lessons and things like that does help. Also, if you're unable to donate. Let's see. Dre says, don't know if I went through, but I contributed. Thank you for your hard work. It did go through. I thanked you for it. I'm not sure. There is a delay on the live stream. So Dre did give a super chat out. I want to give everybody, make sure everybody knows that Dre helped contribute towards this live stream they have. Let's read through. Thank you, you too. Okay, let's see. Georgia, I'm here. Love your lessons. Thank you very much, Georgia. You're welcome to come back anytime. Oh, Hazma doesn't work here in Dubai either. Man, they need to get on it. Osama Al Dubai? The note is an advanced note for me, but I will still watch your video. Yes, so like I said, if it is advanced, the sheet music is way above your level. Just take what we talked about today, the main points, and apply that there. You're very welcome, Osama. And thanks again to Dre for the super chat. I can't thank him enough. Although I'm assuming you're a he. I don't know, because I don't see a picture with your name there, Dre. So I'm sorry if I ever get that wrong with anybody. All right, well, thanks, everybody. I think it was a great live stream. I like doing these during the day because I feel like I get a different crowd coming to the live stream, a different set of students. And that's just amazing to me because I know you live all the way across the world, and some of you can't make it to our evening live streams, at least evening for me. I understand probably in the middle of the morning for you. So I will continue to do some of these in the middle of the day where I kind of just practice and walk you through it or come up with some kind of topic to talk about. So there will be more of these during the day. Eventually I'll have a set time of when I'll do them. But for now, I'm just kind of doing them whenever I can because that's just what my schedule permits, at least at this point in time. Good lesson for everybody. Thank you. You're very welcome. Monica says it's not going through. Are you talking about a super chat? Ending music, my fave part. So, Monica, let me know if you're talking about the super chat. Sorry if it's not going through. That's a little disheartening if that's the case, but hopefully YouTube and Google will fix everything. It's a brand new feature, so I'm not surprised that if it doesn't have problems. You know what I may do is I do have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/lessons on the web, you can contribute there, but I need to update that page a bit with some new information. Okay, good lesson. All right, great. So I'm going to give us a playing out. I'm probably just going to do B-flat blues, mainly because it's just something I have prepared all the time. It's easy for me to do, and it's a little different each time. Dre is a he, so I did get that right. All right, here we go. All right, there we go, everybody. I'm going to give you a link all to my Patreon. And then if you were unable to donate today and you wanted to, you can donate over there. I need to update the Patreon page, but if you donate there, it will still get to me if you're interested in supporting the channel. Let me make sure that this link is correct. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there we go. So we have it set up now. If you go to that link I just put in there, that will be, you'll be able to donate that way too if you want to. If you don't, or you can't, I totally understand, and more great things will be on the way. You're very welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. Revelation says, awesome, bro. Thanks for coming out here, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that B-flat blues there at the end, and I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Leave a thumbs up if you like the lesson. That helps other people know that they can learn as well. Let's see. Artikel says, your hand like river flows in you. Yeah, everybody asked me to play that. I'll have to play that someday. It seems very, very popular. Asma says, cool. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'm going to go eat some lunch now. I'm getting kind of hungry. But more great live streams on the way. There's one coming up, as I mentioned before, this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is in the evening for me, so it might not be a good time for you, but the recording will be provided to you, so be on the lookout for that. So thanks as always, everybody. This has been Tim from Lessons on the Web. I hope you enjoyed learning in the classroom together. I know I did, and I'll talk to you real soon. Thank you so much.